recording.
We have everybody?
I think so. Do you see my screen again?
I do, yes.
With HSIA, okay, perfect. So I will pass it off to you for a moment, Stephanie, for introductions, and I will keep an eye on any other folks wanting to come in.
Okay, wonderful. Good morning, everybody. My name is Stephanie Amato, and I'm the managing partner of the Health Consultants Group. And I'd like to thank you for joining our presentation today, which will provide education on supplemental insurance, benefits administration, and virtual enrollment capabilities specifically designed to help enhance your employee benefits package, but not your costs. Our speaker today is my coworker, fellow Acrisure agency partner and new friend, Lauren Westland. Lauren is the Director of Partner Acquisitions for Building Blocks for Business, an Acrisure agency partner national enrollment firm. For over 16 years, she has specialized in helping business owners, implement a consolidated strategy for human resource technology, benefits administration, and virtual enrollment through an educational approach to employee benefits, and is a subject matter expert when it comes to supplemental voluntary employee benefits. Just a few housekeeping items before we begin. Lauren will be placing all of our phones on mute to reduce any background noise. We do anticipate the presentation to be approximately 30 to 40 minutes long. And because this is a group educational demo, we will be answering your specific questions during a personal one-on-one meeting, which will be scheduled over the course of the next few days. So we simply ask you to sit back and enjoy the presentation. And Lauren, I will turn it back over to you.
Thank you so much, Stephanie. I appreciate the introduction. I'm excited to be presenting our new programs and services through our partnership today. And hopefully it's things that you guys are excited about, and we'll talk about the implementation process along the way. Let me get into my other screen, and I'll just ask you guys to mute so I don't have to do that individually. That would be great. And then, of course, if you have any questions, we can certainly take care of those on the one-on-one. As Stephanie mentioned, my name is Lauren Westland. I'm the director here at Building Blocks for Business. Thank you so much for being here today. Building Blocks is a national enrollment firm. I just want to point out a couple things. As a full service agency, we do provide supplemental voluntary employee benefits, a ton of technology solutions. Our core services are provided at absolutely no cost to your company. We'll talk about how you're going to be able to take advantage of payroll tax savings through Section 125. On this presentation, we're also going to be talking about enhancing enrollment conditions by incentivizing both your organization and your employees through our incentive programs. We'll talk about complementary state-of-the-art technology, HRIS, benefits administration, additional HR support that's now available to you. I'm also going to explain how we engage your employees through our white glove service of agent-assisted virtual enrollment. We really call what we do here at Building Blocks technology with a human touch. We value and know that you value the benefits that are available to your employees through HCG, and we want to make sure that they understand and appreciate those benefits. That's what we do here at Building Blocks, is a lot of benefits, education, and communication. We service companies all over the United States, just like yours, tens of thousands of employees. I just want to show you a few testimonials from business owners and administrators just like yourself that are partners and clients of Building Blocks. We obviously appreciate and encourage feedback from both yourselves and your employees, and we do collect that along the way. When we do our one-on-one consultation with you, we'll talk about the consolidated benefits approach, employee education and communication, how we deploy benefits to your employees. It's really customizable for your industry. We'll talk about tools and strategies for you to not only keep your employees happy and the best process moving forward, but the tools and strategies that can help reduce cost when you're offering benefits to your employees as well. Section 125 is something you're probably already doing. We do provide Section 125 plan documents at no cost. There's a lot of education that goes around this with employees, making sure they understand and appreciate the ability to pre-tax benefits through payroll deduction. It's a substantial savings to them. And every employee that participates in pre-tax eligible benefits is obviously a tax benefit to your organization as well. A way to increase your savings around Section 125 is to expand your portfolio of pre-tax eligible benefits and the education around those plans. So we'll talk about that as it pertains to the supplemental employee benefits portfolio as well. Again, everything that we do here at Building Blocks is in partnership with HCG and delivered to you because of your relationship with your broker at absolutely no cost. As long as you're providing a non-discriminatory enrollment for your employees and offering Colonial Life as your supplemental voluntary benefits carriers. If you have another carrier in place, we'll have that conversation on the one-on-one and what that transition may look like. We have a very strong partnership with Colonial Life because of the volume of business that we do with them. And, with HCG, that means that there's special underwriting concessions available to you through your partnership with HCG that you would not find anywhere else. What that means to your employees is that they have the ability to participate in plans that they may not have qualified for in the past, that maybe they haven't had access to in the past, and that has no bearing on their health conditions. Through our educational approach with the employees, they're able to keep their benefits affordable and understand how these benefits work, how they provide cash payable benefits in instance of hospitalization, sickness, injury, maternity leave, those sorts of things. They're extremely affordable plans. Most of them have wellness benefits included. So I'm sure your team there has told you that most preventative screenings to keep yourselves healthy is at no cost on health insurance, or not there's no longer copays and things like that. These plans actually pay cash benefits to your employees to keep themselves healthy. What that does for you is keep your renewals down, keeps your overall employee base healthy and happy and working, which is obviously where you want them to be. It's nearly impossible to know everybody's personal financial situation and their health history if they have any current health issues. So we make it a priority to speak to every individual employee and customize their benefits through an educational approach based on their own personal and family needs. Just to highlight these plans that are available, if you're not familiar with them, it's an a la carte benefit. The employees can pick and choose whatever programs they want, or they can not participate. That's totally up to them. They do have to go through the enrollment process because many of these are pre-tax eligible. They are employee sponsored through payroll deduction. Things like short-term disability, which is income protection, provides up to 60% of their income back to them for off-job sickness, injury, maternity leave, provided a guaranteed issue. That means no health questions asked. Accidental injury is global protection, specifically for accidental injuries, burns, breaks, stitches, slips and falls, things like that. It is available on or off the job anywhere in the world. It pays cash benefits for those injuries. Offering accident plans at the workplace is important because it does also mitigate. I know some of you guys are in a commercial industrial type work environment, and it's really important that your employees know they have resources in mitigating, workers' comp claims if they're not legitimate claims. These types of plans give the employee an avenue and a resource to have those cash benefits to help them with their out-of-pocket medical expenses, time off work that they need to take to heal and get better and get back to work. Critical illness is like living life insurance. It pays a lump sum cash benefit up to $100,000 for diagnosis of heart attack, stroke, end-stage renal failure, organ transplant, more heart-related diseases. If the employee survives or policyholder survives from that diagnosis, which most commonly they do, it's a lump sum cash payable benefit, guaranteed issue up to $30,000. but they can choose up to $100,000. It's the same cost for an employee plus spouse plan as it is for their entire families. If they don't survive that situation, it goes to a beneficiary just like life insurance would. Hospital protection plans are a really great way to fill in the gaps where they're needed the most when it comes to hospitalization, outpatient surgery, things where those higher deductibles, copays, and coinsurance come into play. We customize this plan specifically for the health plans that are available for your company. So the employee has the opportunity, if they don't have that deductible or those out-of-pocket expenses in a savings account set aside somewhere, this plan will actually pay that cash benefit directly to them so they can pay those medical bills. All of the payouts on these plans are at the employee's prerogative on how they want to use them. They own these policies. They can spend the claims benefits any way that they like, whether that's paying medical expenses or keeping a roof over their head and food on the table. We have both term and whole life options, which are a great way to get the most bang for your buck when it comes to life insurance needs. Whole life, of course, the rate never changes. Every day the employees age, right now their cost is going to be increased. It's age banded, but as soon as they lock that rate in on a whole life policy, the rate never changes for their whole life. It's guaranteed issue. Whole life is always guaranteed issue. It's a great family option to build value, cash value in a policy where the employees, I have it on all three of my kids, use it for college, buying cars, things like that. I really use it as a savings vehicle for those big ticket items when raising a family. Cancer insurance is the only one that is not guaranteed issue. It provides cash payable benefits for diagnosis and treatment, transportation, lodging, daily hospital confinement benefits, anything related to any type of cancer whatsoever. It's a very popular plan these days because 1 in 2 men, 1 in 3 women are exposed to cancer at some point in their lifetimes. We don't love those statistics, but we definitely provide the resources to at least have the financial protection along the way. So essentially, this is the additional product offering that is going to be available during the open enrollment, just enhance the options that are available to the employees. Again, the win-win for the company is that many of them are pre-tax eligible. That means that employees are paying for these on their own dollar with their own choice, and the company is taking advantage of tax savings, payroll tax savings by offering them. The benefit to the company and the employees is that they have the ability to have portable plans that they own. They're investing into their own policies. If they leave, move, retire, they're able to take those policies with them. This is really important for especially things that are age banded like life insurance, where that rate would never change. When they retire, they can maintain their policies without impact or change. The employees are paid cash benefits directly through those plans. And again, because we are an enrollment firm that takes an educational approach with the employees, when we're virtually handholding them through their enrollment process, we're able to provide a customized budget that fits the financial and personal needs of every individual employee. So now I'm going to talk a little bit more about the technology and other services that are available to you. Because of our partnership with HCG, we actually provide a consolidated approach, which includes a complementary value-added portfolio of tools and services. Again, not just for the company, but for the employees as well. In the next few slides, I'm going to cover our agent-assisted virtual enrollment, how we engage employees with communication, education, and the employee well card, which is an employee incentive program. I'm going to illustrate employee feedback and how employees going through the virtual agent-assisted enrollment process appreciate the personal attention to their benefits needs. We're going to talk about the complementary technology options, benefits administration, a consolidated post-enrollment reporting, human resource information management systems, and the HR support center as well. Just want to make sure everybody's in here really quick. The building benefit program that we're providing for you we've really developed a simplified enrollment process. We provide custom email templates and campaigns to you to inform your employees of the upcoming enrollment. Of course, these communications, we work in directly with HCG and their team to include links and information to all material that includes all of your employee benefits, as well as the Colonial Life benefits. We link all information that needs to be distributed pertaining to your benefits package, such as benefit booklets, group meeting videos, etc. The employees will receive a booking link within those emails to encourage them to self-schedule. Again, we develop the templates, we provide them to your company's benefits team, and you distribute those out to your employees. So those templates are coming from us to you, and you distribute those out. From there, the employees will utilize the links within that email to self-schedule. This way they can choose their own preferred time and date. For those that don't self-schedule, we have a full service inbound and outbound call center that will provide communications to your team through email, phone, text messages to assist them in booking their session. This is really common with field employees. The employee will complete a screen share with a Building Blocks benefit advisor, just like we're talking right now. It's private, it's interactive, it's a predetermined scheduled time, so they can have it on their calendar. They can plan for it, they can prepare for it, and they can even invite their spouse or partner on the call if they would like to, which we really encourage. We know oftentimes households have to coordinate benefits coming from multiple directions, and that's another really important part of that conversation with the employee and assisting them with their questions and when they're making really important decisions for their families. To ensure that there's a non-discriminatory enrollment under Section 125 guidelines, every benefit eligible employee will complete an enrollment session regardless of their election or choices. So whether it's open enrollment or a new hire that has become benefit eligible, the enrollment process is always the same. We reach out and educate the employee, collect their election if they're participating or not, so they can elect in their benefits or they can waive their benefits. You still are required to have that waiver on file even if they're not participating. And then we provide post-enrollment reporting back to you and HCG for processing with the carriers. We're really excited to show you that employees overall are really extremely satisfied with the one-on-one agent-assisted enrollment processes that we provide at Building Blocks. We encourage employees to provide feedback on their experience and submit a review. What you're seeing on the screen here are just a few examples of the thousands and thousands of five-star reviews our benefit advisors receive during the employees enrollment sessions. The employees are not required to do this, and we're really excited that most of them actually do provide feedback. Whether that's through our system or on Google or both. Every employee that completed an enrollment session with a benefit advisor, our overall satisfaction rate is over 98%. We took a calculation of that, and it was well over 35,000 employees in fourth quarter of last year provided Google reviews and feedback to our staff, and that was over 98% satisfaction. So that's a lot of employees to make happy. So we're excited to share that. And the feedback looks like this because our enrollment sessions are very educationally focused. We find that employees have a better understanding of the benefits and how to utilize them. And when we provide a consolidated enrollment approach where they're able to see all of their benefits in one place, it's a much more comfortable environment for them. So when the enrollment concludes, we'll provide all of the feedback, good, better, and different, back to yourself and the HCG team, so you know how your employees felt about that process. We work directly with the HCG team to configure, set up, and build the benefits administration portal on our end here at Building Blocks. All carrier plans, plan types will be built by the data administration team. These plans are customized to be offered to all of the employees, so they can be delegated by location, department, classification, Of course, this includes medical, vision, dental, any group offered benefits like long or short-term disability, life insurance, as well as the Colonial Life supplemental benefits that will be added to the portal as well. We load all the carriers, rates, employer contributions, enrollment forms necessary for each plan. So it's a truly consolidated environment that's visible, obviously, for both you and the employees. We provide post-enrollment reporting files so that you and the HCG team can easily update carriers with the new enrollment loads, or if the existing plan year was built, you'll have a changes file. We also provide a comprehensive payroll file that makes it really easy to translate those deductions to payroll. The system has a capability to track ACA compliance as well. We can talk about that with you and your HCG team to set up the ACA policy. The tracking component is free within the system. There are some minimal costs to generate the forms if you want that done by a third party. This screen illustrates the employee's view during their open enrollment session. With the agent-assisted approach, the Building Blocks Benefit Advisor will guide the employees through their benefit choices in a webinar screen share, again, just like you and I are talking now. If the current previous year benefits are being displayed, the employee will, which they typically are, the employee can easily compare the differences in a side-by-side comparison, or they can also compare multiple plan options if there are multiple plan options of the current plan you're being offered. And again, of course, our benefit advisor will be on the line with him, walking them through the differences of those plan options, where to access carrier networks and things like that, making sure their doctors are covered if they're changing plans. Most importantly, our team helps educate them on all plans that are available to them. As illustrated here, there is a flow that we go through. It always starts with the medical benefits, then it continues through what we call those ancillary plans, vision and dental, and goes through the Colonial Life benefits last. Once the employee finalizes their selections, they establish, their own unique personal login and password. They sign their election forms digitally, and the enrollment forms are loaded in the system, will be stamped with their personal electronic signature. Our service team will track the enrollment progress to ensure all employees complete their required signatures, and we keep you and HCG informed along the way. So essentially what that means is we are, making sure the employees are dotting the I's, crossing the T's. You won't have to be the one chasing anybody down to grab their elections or signatures on any paperwork. Everything will be done digitally online, and we will capture those elections from those employees for you. And the great news is for the employee, as a client of HCG's, you're able to enhance their benefits even further by rewarding them for completing their enrollment process. We do this through what's called the Well Card Savings Program. It's no cost to your organization. It's no cost to the employee, whether or not they participate in any benefits. It's a national membership to an online discount card. They can text or email the card to themselves. They can utilize it for literally anyone in their family. I have 2 children over the age of 26, very recently turned 26, that have aged out of several of my policies. So it's really beneficial for them now that they're no longer covered on my vision and dental and things like that. I also am able to use it for my elderly in-laws who need some additional discounts on prescriptions. So from medical, vision, dental, LASIK discounts, prescription drugs, lab tests, home health care services, veterinarian services, pet meds. There's entertainment discounts for the family like Disney, Universal, Broadway and Las Vegas show tickets, movie tickets, theme parks, travel, rental cars, hotels, and more. It is the most robust discount program that I've ever seen. I utilize it for my family all the time. So we educate your employees on that as well. And they only receive the membership, the free membership, if they are complete their enrollment process and sign their required digital elections or waivers. Just a live sample of a prescription discount. I personally use a discount card for prescriptions all the time. I've compared it, and it's even a 60 to 70% less than like GoodRx or some of the programs that are out there now. This is a live medication for $279 that an employee filled with the well card, and it was $20 at Walgreens. So just a substantial discount there. That particular employee had to fill that prescription for 6 months. So it was over $1,600 savings to that employee. It's a lot of money back in their pocket when they need it the most. Something else that's really important to know is that the Building Blocks team is a single point of contact for the servicing of the Colonial Life products and the technology, such as, you know, on the Colonial Life side, we in-house service both the billing and administration of those programs, as well as the claims for the employees. They're not calling an 800 number. They're not trying to self-service claims. They're going to contact us directly, and we're going to handhold them through a claims process of those supplemental voluntary benefits, just like we handheld them through the enrollment process. Following the enrollment, we're obviously the point of contact on how on your post-enrollment reporting, deduction files, enrollment forms, enrollment census files. In addition, we'll provide training on the processes for new hires, qualifying events, and termination. Obviously, HCG is your broker for all of these programs and services. We are a support team for both you and your employees and the HCG team, if that makes sense. Lastly, we'll determine how you and the HCG team notifies carriers of changes and walk you through what that looks like. Ultimately, you can count on our team here and our dedicated support team here, both on the data, service, and account management side from myself, to ensure that your claims are filed, your service questions are answered, that the database and information provided digitally online is current and up to date. Another really cool tool and that's available to you at no cost directly after completing the enrollment with all benefit eligible employees, you'll be receiving a membership to the HR Support Center. It's embedded into the portal that we provide to you, so there's no separate links. It's right there in the drop-down menu with your login of the new portal. It really provides you, this is just a snapshot of what that screen looks like. It provides important daily communications regarding everything HR, so you can keep your eye on what's going on in the HR environment. Kind of keeps you off of Google, gives you a federally and state regulated resource to get all the answers that you need. It provides a lot of different topics such as benefits, culture, diversity. You'll have access to various videos and articles that are all, again, state and federally regulated. If you have a question, you can simply type it in the search bar and it's going to provide you the answer. Has EDD websites built into it, so you can pull current onboarding forms like W-4s and I-9s. It gives you the ability to create employee handbooks, job descriptions, anything that would need to be in the legal language in your state based on labor law. You have a lot of access to that information here. You can also sign up for newsletters based on your industry and things that are important to you. It's going to give you pop-ups as your state's labor laws change. COVID is a big moving target and has been in the past, still is in some states. So anything that changes based on sick leave laws and things like that will pop up when you log into the portal. So really great resource for you to just kind of double check to make sure the information that you're providing is accurate and give you the tools that you need to manage your employees. We know that you guys typically wear a lot of hats. And as a mutual client with HCG and Building Blocks, I'm excited that we're able to offer you additional HRIS functionality. This system will give you the ability to streamline your HR management. It's basically an online filing cabinet that you can house information needed to manage employees. The system can also help you simplify the new employee onboarding process with just a click of a mouse instead of stacks of paper forms. We provide all of this at no cost. Of course, after a non-discriminatory benefit enrollment is completed, There's typically a substantial per employee per month cost to programs like this, upwards of $20,000 to $30,000 a year, depending on the size of the group. Again, everything that we're talking about today is absolutely no cost to your organization. Depending on how you currently manage your employees' records and files, this may be a really great value to your organization. I'm going to just provide kind of a high-level overview here of the functionality of the system. Of course, you'll have the ability to use any portion of the capability of the technology that you wish. I often compare it to, we're giving you kind of the keys to a technical mansion, and you can turn on as many lights as you want and utilize as many rooms in that house as you like. We'll educate you on the functionality, what the system is capable of, and you can grow with it. You can make it as simple or as robust as you would like it to be. This is a snapshot of the employee profile screen from your view on the company administrator side. When we implement our services, we actually will build this out for you. Of course, we import the census, basic employee profile information will be preloaded. So when you get your login credentials, the whole system will be built out. It'll have all of the information that you need to manage your employees and their benefits from there. Each employee's file will house important information for your records, private and public documents to review, write-up forms, HR notes, hire dates, hours worked, PTO compensation histories. You can even upload photos of the employees if you like to their employees' records. Custom fields can be added for your company. This could be their uniform size, equipment issued, license numbers, or any custom fields necessary to your company. For example, we are the national enrollment firm for Amazon Prime delivery franchises. They are required to track driver's license expiration dates. So that's a live example of a custom field that we've built for those particular companies, where they can pull custom reporting just based on making sure that all of their employees' driver's licenses are current and up to date. That field can be anything, that is important to your organization. The system does also support time off tracking, PTO accruals, things like that. We're not here to duplicate anything that you're doing on your payroll side, but it can be a checks and balances for that. Just know that it does have the capability for a lot of additional bells and whistles. And if you're doing anything on paper for onboarding or new hire packets now, you can literally never have to build a new hire packet again. With the click of a mouse, the new hire packet can be digitally emailed to new hires through their complete onboarding. Again, I-9s, W-4s, documentations, direct deposit forms, handbooks, policies and procedures that need to be reviewed and signed. The employee can do that digitally. You'll be able to upload any other documents that they require. The employee can also upload things like their ID, marriage licenses, things like that, if they have to prove that to be eligible for benefits. There's a lot of capability there to make your onboarding process completely paperless. You can customize, of course, those documents by location, department, job classification. So the employees will only receive documents to onboard that are relative to their position. Once the employee completes their onboarding process, the system registers an electronic record and that the employee has completed everything, and they are able to digitally sign all of their documents. You will receive an auto-generated email notifying you that the employee has completed their onboarding. From there, you can log into the portal, view their employee profile. On the first day of work, they're actually able to train for the job that they were hired for instead of filling out a bunch of paperwork. So it's so simple that most employees complete their onboarding process on their smartphones. So our goal here is to make your life so much easier and make the process simpler for your employees as well. Again, we work very closely with HCG in implementing the Building Benefit Program. To ensure a successful enrollment, the implementation process begins as soon as possible. We really like to start having the implementation conversations 4 to 6 weeks prior to your open enrollment. Most enrollment firms like ours, well, I would like to think there's nobody like Building Blocks out there based on what we do, but the enrollment firms out there do typically take 8 to 10 weeks just to build a database. We start having the implementation conversations about 4 to 6 weeks out, and it takes us about 20 to 23 days from the time that we complete the implementation call with you to the time that we start seeing employees. So it's very actually quick. It's a pretty fast process that we go through depending on your group size, depending on the dynamic of your employees in those communications. That's really a typical timeline that you can count on that we need to have everything up and running is about 20 days. Our process begins with, we do require a client service agreement. There's no contracts or long-term commitments. It's a digital handshake, kind of agreeing to everything that we've talked about here today. Once that document is signed, we begin by having an onboarding call. That's really the first stage. During the enrollment, we provide regularly scheduled updates to ensure that everybody is completed during your defined open enrollment period. We wrap up with a post-enrollment call, and this call will review the enrollment results, provide post-enrollment reporting package to, of course, you and HCG. We'll provide you with the employee reviews. We'll outline instructions for ongoing services such as new hires, terminations, qualifying events. And then, of course, we also provide the software training resources to you so that you can start using all of the HRIS, HR Support Center, and the functionality that has been of the system that's been provided to you. Again, the stages may vary slightly depending on the complexity of your enrollment, but this is just a sample timeline of what you can expect from the Building Blocks team. So that's about it. I'm just gonna do a quick recap of everything that we talked about here today. This is what's available. If you, when you partner with us, through the HCG, again, the best part is there's no contract or minimum participation required whatsoever, which is very rare, especially when it comes to voluntary employee benefits. Most carriers require that X number of employees participate in a certain plan in order to even offer those plans. So just again, to recap, we provide the complimentary subscription to the HR Support Center, the HRIS system for employee record keeping, onboarding, PTO tracking, et cetera. The employee elected Colonial Life benefits, that employee incentive program through the Wellcard discount program. The system does total compensation statements, capability for benefit statements. We provide your Section 125 plan documents and administration at no cost. The benefits administration platform, post-enrollment reporting files, agent-assisted one-on-one virtual enrollments. At the completion of the enrollment, the software will be delivered to you, again, to use at your discretion. We'll train you about its capability, and then you can use it as to its minimum or maximum capability. Really, the next steps to implement the services is to schedule that one-on-one call with us. So Stephanie, I don't know if you want to take it kind of from here and talk about next steps.
Yes, thank you, Lauren, very much. And thank you for presenting. As Lauren mentioned, your broker will be reaching out to you over the course of the next few days just to schedule a meeting, follow up, answer questions, and get a little more granular with the program. As we've talked about, it's really designed to enhance your benefits package, but not your costs. And in this day and age, with attracting and retaining employees, for all of us in every industry, this is a really nice way to help assist that. So be on the lookout for a phone call or email from your broker. And Lauren, again, thank you so much for presenting. It's such great information, and we really appreciate it. And I think that's about it. So we hope that you all have a wonderful day and a lovely weekend coming up. And we'll be talking to you soon. Thank you.
Thanks for your time, everybody. Take care.
Bye-bye.
We'll talk soon. Bye-bye.